The short answer to your question is we're growing as a city. SCAG is projecting that this city will add about 20,000 people in the next 20 years.
California is estimated to be 1 million housing units short with a population of 10. Southern California estimated to be 600,000 housing. If Randall Lewis was able to entitle enough lots and sell them to builders who built 600,000 housing units this year, we'd be at even. Actually, we'd be behind because this year we need to add about 150,000 units just to keep up with the population we have. I mean, how did we let this happen where we can't adequately house our population? I mean, it is our responsibility. And the thing that's most frustrating to me is, I mean, it is a crisis because our communities are going to be destroyed as a result of it, and the quality of life of a significant portion of our population is significantly affected by it. Education performance, health performance. Housing is one of the most critical social determinants of health and education and economic stability that we have. And so here we are, during the last presidential election, not one of the candidates talked about housing. There is no serious housing strategy nationally, and there is no serious housing strategy statewide, and most of the local housing strategies are inadequate. And so the challenge we have is, why? How do we do this? What are we going to do about it? And the consequence of having an inadequate supply of housing is massive overcrowding. And the consequences of overcrowding is you're exceeding design capacity on roads, water, sewer, police, fire, parks, schools. So all of those are deteriorating faster than they were designed for. So the consequence of not having an adequate supply of housing is the ultimate destruction of our communities, in addition to the quality of life of our residents.
The new model is what? It's not quality of life. Where you have a single family home, you have your TV, and you have 2 cars in the garage. But it's more focused on quality of place. So we're replacing quality of life with quality of place.
Even though, as Steve says, if you looked at some of the developments of his company now, if we took you there right now, you would not know that they are affordable housing.
But I do highlight the bottom here. Look at the bottom here. So this slide shows the number of households by household type. I have 3 basic types. Households with children during the baby boom period, that roughly 20 years between 46 and 64, 18 years. More than half of America's households had children in them. By 2000, that went down to 1/3. By 2010, it was under 30%. By 2040, it'll be around 1/4, maybe a little more than 1/4. So the share of households with children is declining, and that's for 2 reasons. Fewer children are being born. Fewer children are being born. Fewer children are being born. Fertility rates have been cut in half. Fertility rates have been cut in half. Fertility rates have been cut in half between 1950 and last year.
Where are all these people going to be coming from? Because a lot of people are leaving California. Businesses have left California. So where are we going to get the increase in population? And schools enrollment have been declining over the years. So where's everybody coming from?
So it's growth within the area, and obviously there's not a lot of people moving to California from outside of California. So it's largely going to be growth within the region. There are also birth rates, and what we are also observing is that fewer and fewer people are having fewer and fewer kids.
I'm Joe Biggs with Infowars.com in Hereford, Arizona, right along the borderline fence through Glenn Spencer's backyard. This is the gentleman we spoke to the other day on the Alex Jones show. As you can see, it's a pretty big fence, about 100 yards up there. Then it comes into this little fence right here. And what I'm going to show you is how easy it is if you're an illegal alien trying to come across a border or a drug smuggler to come into America. This right here is mind-blowing. Check this out. Come right over through this. You come over here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am in Mexico right now. This is it. That's how easy it was. There's nothing here to keep me from coming across into the country and flooding our streets with drugs and illegal aliens. This is what's going on right now. The Border Patrol is not doing anything. They're saying it's going to take another 5 years to even get some of this stuff fixed. And they've been saying that for a decade. This is crazy. This is stuff that the people in America need to look at, and this is something that we need to get fixed because we have to stop this illegal flood of aliens coming to our country right now. All right, now you can see this. The process to come back in to the U.S. is so easy, and this is what happens. They come through this fence. They bring their drugs. There's no Border Patrol anywhere around out in this area. And what happens is this is a wildlife refuge through here. For about 20 miles, there is no way the Border Patrol can even access this land unless they have absolute positive identity of a suspect coming across. So that means 99% of the time they have no idea these people are coming through. And what happens is these guys can just essentially walk all the way out here and they're home free. Once they get past this area, this wildlife refuge through here, there's nothing that stops them from getting into our country. The Obama voters are now free to enter our country, and we are importing this poverty. But it's not just happening here on the border. This is happening everywhere. It's happening in Minnesota. It's been all over our country right now. But this is where it starts, and this is where we need to stop it.
So the word spreading through Central America is that you can just come here and you won't be sent home?
Sí, eso es lo que nos dicen, pues, de que nos dan la oportunidad de trabajar. No se sabe por cuánto tiempo.
So how did you feel when the Border Patrol picked you up?
Me sentí muy segura, me sentí muy contenta por mí, por mi niño y por los que veníamos. La verdad que fue muy bonito ver la patrulla de Estados Unidos.
Hundreds of undocumented immigrants are applying for California driver's licenses for the very first time without the fear of being deported. Welcome back. The state expecting 1.4 million people to seek a license in the first 3 years of the AB60 program.
So with driver's license, you can take your little one to the hospital? Yeah, I think a baby, I need a license, hospital, school, yeah.
I have my paper ready, you know, to get my driver license finally, you know, after 11 years driving without license, finally, you know, we will see justice. Finally, you know, we will see justice.
Dennis, can you run on an affordable housing platform?
No. Because the base of people who would vote for an affordable housing platform don't live in my community yet, right? So you've got to create I mean, if this is the agenda, you're going to have to create the base from scratch, and then you're going to have to make sure that they vote, and then you're going to have to make sure that I know that they vote.